Hello everyone and welcome back to A Couple Books. This is Couple as per usual. Today we're going to be talking about a few things and I'm so excited to get into them with you guys today. What is happening today? Well, I'm going to explain where I've been for the last 2 weeks. If you guys were not aware, I have not been posting for the last 2 weeks, and that's because I've been working on a tiny little itty bitty project and it's so exciting and I cannot wait to share this with you guys. It's so exciting. And I've also been reading so many books and I cannot wait to review those books for you guys in the coming videos. I've got a lot of lit RPG, fantasy, horror, a lot of fun stuff to show you guys that I've been reading lately. Let us talk about what my little project was. So, I don't know if you guys know, but as I'm sure most booktubers can appreciate, we like imagining the books we're going to one day write. We are often writing books ourselves, whether that be writing it in our heads, writing it on tiny little napkins, or actually writing it out on a Word document. And I'm sure as many people can sympathize with, many of those pieces of papers and those Word documents end up in folders or in trash bins and are never touched again because it's very hard to bring what we see up here down onto the page. Well, after many months and so much support from booktubers, from authors, and from publishers, I was finally able to get one of the worlds I had been imagining onto some papers, and it is officially getting published, which is just so exciting, and I really can't believe it. What is this book? This book is going to be called A Glitch in the System, and it is about a guy named Zephaniah Coate. And if you can already tell, there's going to be a lot of references to other works that have inspired me to build this book and what has influenced it as a whole. So if you are catching that, there's already 2 references within the first name. But Zephaniah Coate, he is a game tester extraordinaire. Also, he might be a little bit of a hacker, but who am I to say? He's not me. And he has been recruited by a gaming company. This is massive conglomerate that's just insanely huge. And this conglomerate is about to come out with the next big game. It's going to be the first ever virtual reality simulation game. It's going to be full on. We aren't talking about Oculus. We're not talking about the metaverse. We're talking about like realists in the sense that they're going to be able to feel and sense everything that's going on within the game world through the VR technology that they have accessible to them. The problem is this game is supposed to be the best game ever, and it's going to change the entire landscape of gaming. Unfortunately, 2 of the top executives have gone stuck in the game. And so Zephaniah and a team of coders and testers are going to be recruited by this organization called Riverlight to basically figure out what the problem is and hopefully possibly save these 2 lost executives who are stuck within this virtual reality and hopefully get them back out in time for the game's launch so that the company can reap its billions and everyone's happy. This is going to be very much a science fiction, thriller, lit RPG story. And there's also going to be maybe possibly a few murder mystery elements in it. But I'll let you guys figure that out for you guys yourselves. I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about it. Also to show you guys something really exciting. This is the sketch of the cover that I was given, and then this is going to be the final cover that you guys can see right here. Just amazing work. And here I have to thank specifically Conor Kostick. I have read one of his books and reviewed it on this channel before. I'll link it down in the description. His book is The Dragon's Revenge. He is the man, the head honcho in charge of Level Up Publishing, who I've read almost majority of their books. They're all here. These are all their books. So many books, and he's such an amazing man and such a kind person, and he was the guy who took me on and has been willing to help me put my story into an actual physical book, which is just so exciting. So of course, obviously, massive thank you to Conor for all the support, and also to the authors underneath the Level Up umbrella, and as well other authors who are not under that umbrella who've helped me actually put this into writing. It's very exciting. And also, of course, to the cover artist who made this amazing piece of artwork that I see before me. So it's just so exciting, and I cannot wait for it to be coming out. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it will be coming summer 2022, and I will be sure to keep you guys updated. If you guys are interested, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Instagram. I will be putting that as well down in the description box so that you guys can follow me there. I'm probably going to post stuff around that more frequently. I'm not going to spam you because I don't have enough things to take pictures of, to be honest with you guys, but I am going to be posting updates there I get from Conor as they come in as well. So be sure to follow me there if you guys want to get up to dates. And I'm so excited for the book to actually come up. And I also am curious for your guys' opinion. I have gone through a long process to finally get this book published, and it's been a very interesting journey for myself, and that's even outside of going through Conor and going through the publishing world, but also just writing the story and getting it on paper. Would you guys be interested in me talking about that journey? Would that be something you guys are interested in? Please do let me know in the comment section down below, and we'll go from there. And with that, I think that's pretty much the special announcement. Yeah, I wrote a book. It's very exciting and it's so much fun, and I cannot wait to share it with you guys and get your guys' honest feedback on it. So with that out of the way, let me just do a quick little tiny book haul, because I got a few books, as you guys can see, and it's been super fun getting these new books, and they're really fun, different types of stuff that in this pile over here. And I was just going to go quickly through them with you guys so that you guys know I have these books, so then you guys can guilt me in the comment section when you're like, hey couple, you have that book and you told me you were going to read that book like all the way back in February 2022 and you never read it. Can you please read it? And I can be like, you're right. Here's a quick rundown of the miniature itty bitty book haul that I've done recently, and let's go from there. So we have Kill Creek. This is a book I've already reviewed before on this channel. It is a horror book about a group of authors, horror authors specifically, who for a publicity stunt decide to go to a haunted house. Unfortunately, they don't leave the house unscathed, and this story pretty much follows these authors as they deal with something that happened while they were in this haunted house. I really enjoyed it. I listened to it, so I finally got the physical version so that I could have it on my shelf and look at it. It's a pretty cover. Yay, yes. The next book I have for y'all is Terry Brooks' new series. If you guys are not aware, Terry Brooks wrote the Shannara Chronicles, which are all these books right here, and he's just an amazing author, and he's one of the ones who got me in the epic fantasy. Well, this is his new series, and it's supposed to be absolutely amazing, and it's gonna just be absolutely fantastic, and it is called Child of Light by Terry Brooks. Next, we have two Agatha Christie books. We have Agatha Christie, Death Comes at the End, and Agatha Christie, Body in the Library. This one is a standalone Agatha Christie about a priestess, I do believe, in the year 2000 BC who dies, and they don't really believe that she died naturally, let's say. And it's, of course, going to be a very fun murder mystery. And then we have a Miss Marple murder mystery, Body in the Library, where a very well-to-do couple is living in their house, and they wake up one morning and find that a young girl's body is in the library, and they do not know who this girl is. So after that, we have a horror book, and that is Those Across the River by Christopher Buehlman. I am obsessed with Christopher Buehlman. I read his book, The Black Tongue Thief, and it's like a super dark fantasy book. And since I read it, I wanted to try out more of his stuff. So this is a straight up gothic southern horror story. At least that's what I'm picking up from it. It is basically about this man who is the descendant of a plantation owner in the Deep South, and after losing his job or leaving his job, he decides to move back down to the Deep South where his family is from with his wife, and they move back to this really southern town. And apparently there's all these folk tales about monsters across the river, and also it happens to be that across the river is the former plantation house that his family owned and operated before it was burned down by the slaves. It's a very exciting, interesting story, at least from what I'm picking up on, and I'm kind of interested to see how they combine all those conversations about racism and all those things into a horror book. So, boom. Next, I have Deep Dive by Ron Walters. I already talked about this book on this channel in my anticipated reads of 2022. This is one of them, so I'm excited. It's going to be like a VR in the same vein as Ready Player One, or even my book, funny enough. So I'm excited for this one. This one, ooh, I'm really excited about this. This is Swashbucklers by Dan Hanks. This is about a man who returns to his childhood home for Christmas, and when he's hanging out with his friends, he's surprised to figure out that they do not remember him and his friends taking down the ghost pirate that was terrorizing the city. Like, what about that does not sound extremely intriguing and invites you to read on? I'm so excited for this. Second to last, we have Between Two Fires by Christopher Buehlman, another Christopher Buehlman title. I'm really hoping that I love this author as much as I think I'm going to. This is supposed to be a fantasy story with, like, you know, your standard knight, priest, and orphan. Not standard. I don't think those come in standard packages, but you know what I mean. You got a knight, a priest, and an orphan who are going to go on an epic fantasy adventure together. And it's going to be really deep and dark and heartfelt, I presume. But I also hear that there's a lot of horror mixed into this. So it's like a horror fantasies novel, and I'm just all over it. And I'm really not going to do much more looking into it before I pick it up, because like that just like I just haven't really seen a really excellently done horror fantasy where it's not like pretty much horror with some fantasy elements or fantasy with some horror elements. I haven't seen them really combined super seamlessly, so I'm excited to see if this might be that book. Lastly, we've got another horror book, and that is The Shuddering by Ania Alborn. I'm totally mispronouncing that. And this is about a group of friends who go up to the mountains. One of the main characters, he's about to leave America and go get a job in, I think, Europe, or just not abroad. He's gonna go get a job abroad, and this is like his last hurrah. So he invites his friends and his sister, and they're gonna go up to the mountains just for a nice wintry getaway in the Colorado Rockies. And they go up there. What they do not know, and what you as a reader knows, is that there is a Wendigo-like monster. I do believe it's a Wendigo monster that is currently killing skiers who are on the mountain. And so they're going to go up to this mountain that's currently being infested by monsters, and we'll see what happens to them. But I just like the whole wintry horror element. So boom, those are the books that I've hauled recently. You guys already heard the exciting announcement, so I hope that was super exciting for you, because it's super exciting for me, and I look forward to talking with you guys about it more. So be sure to like, comment, subscribe so you guys can stay up to date on the reviews that are going to be coming from this pile and all the other books I have read that I need to review for you guys. So I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. I'll see you guys then. Bye bye, toodaloo. Okay, bye.